All right, hello Capricorns. Welcome everybody. First of all, thank you for tuning in. This is a reading for the zodiac sign of Capricorn, as some readers like to say, and I think it's funny. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I love me some Capricorns. Fine people, salt of the earth. All right, let's build this pyramid, Capricorns. I feel like I've done enough explaining about who I am and what I like to do and why I like to do it by this point. So these readings are going to become increasingly more streamlined, even though I do love to hear myself talk. And I'm going to try my best to stay focused and not get off on tangents where I don't actually connect the dots. So I've been going back and watching some of my videos, and it's a little embarrassing, but it's funny to me at the same time. Last night, for example, in the Virgo video, I meant to say something about Superman and then connect it back to the Two of Wands, but I got off talking about Henry Cavill and how awesome he is and how great the Witcher movie is going to be that's coming out, and I never got to make the point that I was trying to make when I started that whole story. I think I actually might either go back in the comment section or just make a video and clear up all those loose ends that I've been just leaving hanging out there. I'm sure some people watching videos going, what the hell was he talking about? But that's okay, that's okay. I love you guys. Thanks everybody for coming back to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's great to have you here. So we're gonna build this pyramid together, you guys. Thank you very much. Again, just like always, I hope somebody somewhere gets a smile put on their face from something that I said or a card that I went off onto a movie quote tangent about, but we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, here we go. Building the base of your pyramid right now. Foundations in life are so important. So I hope you get a good reading here. And like I was saying before, I'm always going to do these readings where you can see me shuffling the cards so you can trust that there's no tomfoolery going around here. I am developing this ability, this skill, this routine, and I appreciate your patience if you stick with me through some of my long-windedness, because God knows I can be long-winded. All right, well, that's pretty awesome. Let's see. At the heart of your reading, at the heart of your pyramid is the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is fantastic. Ten of Swords is one of those kind of crappy cards in the tarot deck where it indicates that you've been through a lot of shit. Basically, you've been through a lot of stuff, you've been through some hard times, but the Ten of Swords in reverse, to me, I'm feeling right off the bat means that you're coming out of something. The World card in reverse, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to look at the definition here in a little bit. You can hear my dog Hermione drinking water in the background. That's actually the cat's water that you're drinking, and she doesn't care. So... my goodness, we did 2.5 miles around the neighborhood today. I've been trying to get her out as much as possible. We actually did 5 miles yesterday. The lap around the neighborhood is about 1.2 miles, and we did 4 laps yesterday, so like 4.8 miles. And she was just happy as she could be. She's got a boyfriend at the beginning of the neighborhood, but they never get to play because he's in a fenced-in backyard. But she's got another boyfriend down a side road in our neighborhood named Tank. And he is a 10-year-old pit bull and is just the most devilishly handsome. Reminds me a lot of myself, actually. He's a really handsome dog. He's a very, very sweet dog, and doesn't have an electric fence, doesn't have any kind of fence or barrier holding him in, but he's that cool and that well-trained of a dog that he just sits out in the front yard. And when we pass by there, I'll take her off the leash and let them run around for a few minutes. Now, she is just over 2 years old, and so she has boundless energy. And he can kind of keep up with her, but not really. I mean, this dog, she is full of it. just always bouncing off the walls. Anytime I say something like, "I'm gonna go for a walk," those ears pop up, man. She's ready to go. She pretty much, if I'm not going to be gone for a long time, I'm just going right up the road, she'll ride with me everywhere I go and stay in the car while I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing. But she's my angel. My family and I are big Harry Potter fans. That's why she's named Hermione, and she's a magical animal too. I'll tell you what. All right, so we'll cut those cards there. Next layer your pyramid on, Capricorns, and as always, we will make your capstone a healing oracle card message from the Archangel Raphael. If you haven't already, please give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. The support is appreciated as I'm trying to grow this channel. And by the way, I've been doing this for just over a month now, and I've already gotten 600 views, I think 17 subscribers, and over 30 hours of watch time, and I'm just blown away. You all have been wonderful. The support has been really outstanding. Thank you everybody on Facebook that's come over to check me out here, and I'm really grateful. The superficial stuff aside, I do love the attention, but it means a lot to me that what I've done and the reason why I'm doing it means enough to some people to come here and listen to me talk about my personal problems, you know, what I'm sad about, what I'm happy about, you know, my life in general. And unlike some people that like to stay private, this is more or less of a Leo trait, but I am an open effing book. Like, I have no problem. My dad, when I was growing up, you know, used to tell me about how when somebody asks how you're doing, more often than not, they don't really care how you're doing, or they don't really want to know how you're doing. They're just being nice. And for the most part, especially in the last 6 months or so, whenever somebody says, "How are you doing?" I'm like, blah! And just kind of, I tell them exactly how I'm doing. And so, word to the wise. In life in general, if you really don't want to know how somebody's doing, just say hello. You know, would probably be better, because some people, you might run into a Leo, you might run into a chatty Cathy and a Gemini or something like that that just lays it on you. So be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. All right, Capricorns, let's see what we got for you here. Got the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Rods in reverse. Got the World card in reverse, the Ten of Swords in reverse at the heart of your pyramid. We've got the King of Swords upright. We've got the Empress. We've got Justice in reverse. And as always, we will wait until I see what's going on in the rest of your reading before we get to the capstone and see what the Archangel Raphael has to say. I always want to end these readings on a good note, and I just can't think of a better note to end on than a special healing message from the healing Archangel. So, overall energy to me from this reading is your Heartstone. And it's the Ten of Swords in reverse. And like I said, it feels to me like Capricorns, a lot of y'all are coming out of a difficult situation, which is fantastic. I'm feeling like you're coming out of a situation in which justice has not been served. Some things have been going on in your life that have not been fair. Could have something to do with this Ace of Swords in reverse, actually, or maybe even more with this Page of Rods in reverse. If you have children that are fire sign energies, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, they can be difficult children to deal with. Not to say, you know, of course, that they're bad kids, but fire energy, I mean, you look at any Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo that you know, fiery is their personality at its base. Now, everybody's got multiple aspects of their personality based on what positions, what planets we're in at the moment of your first breath, but raising a fire sign child can prove a difficult task. Just ask my mother. For God's sake. I'm sorry, Mama. I love you. I didn't mean to put you through all that. Overall, I'm really getting a good feel for this here. If you're in a difficult situation, I feel like this King of Swords could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra that you have in your life, but it doesn't have to be. These cards are really more about energy so much as people, although court cards typically do represent people in your life. The King of Swords, of course, being the most prominent sword card under the Ace. And what I'm feeling like is, yeah, if you're coming out of a difficult situation from this Ace of Swords in reverse and this Ten of Swords in reverse, this King of Swords is the person that you go to. Could be a mentor, could be a teacher, could be a coworker, a friend that you respect their opinion, and they've given you sage advice. Air energy is typically going to talk about things related to the mind, intellect, thinking, retrospection. I'm pretty sure that's right. We're just going to keep going as if I'm right, because 90% of the time I am. But the other 10%, whew, it's not pretty. So I'm going to go to some definitions here and see if we can clarify these a little bit further. Let's see. I'm going to see what that World card in reverse is about. My Gemini moon has me kind of erratic sometimes. If you're looking for a great relationship tarot reader, Allie's Tarot, A-L-I, Allie's Tarot is one of the best on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. She's my favorite. There are some other great ones, Dane Hart Tarot, Angelic Ascensions, Mystic Beauty. There's so many good readers out there, and I feel bad for them in a way because one day I'm going to be better than all of them. Oh man, this is so much fun, you guys. I hope you all have as much fun watching these videos as I do making them, because it is just a blast. It's a nice way to relax at the end of the day, and knowing that if there's even one person that's positively affected by something that I've said, even one sentence that I said quoting a movie, that makes this all worth it for me. There's so much crap in this world. There's so many people trying to pull you down, push you down, not treat you right. And if you can get some uplifting energy from somebody, that's aces. All right, World card in reverse. Hello, Walter is glad to join us. He's just going to walk all over your pyramid, Capricorns. And no F's given by Walter. He's definitely a Leo, not a cusper like me. He's full on Leo, believe that. How you doing, champ? Big boy. He's like 17 and a half pounds. I might be pushing 18, 19 by now. World card in reverse. Success may be delayed. You are not quite there yet. Time to filter out imperfections and refine your vision. That really kind of reminds me of the Temperance card, which is one of my least favorite cards because it indicates that patience is required. But patience, as aggravating as it can be to have, it is important. Especially, good things come to those who wait is one of the good elder quotes. Hey, buddy, what's going on? He loves his daddy. Love you too, Bubba. Let's see the other major arcanas. We'll look up the Empress. And Hermione's jealous right now, so she's not to be outdone. She might be a Leo too, although I think it's more likely that she's a Taurus. Very loyal dog. The Empress, ruled by Venus, the Roman goddess of love, symbolizes power of motherhood, symbolizes the power of motherhood, the earth, and practical wisdom. And that makes sense to me for a Capricorn. Earth energies typically in general are just going to be practical minded in my experience. I'm going to continue doing research and get into all the intricacies, but I'm just going on what I know from who I know. The Empress is both beautiful and bountiful. The stars in her crown represent the signs of the zodiac, indicating that she is the mother of all. This card suggests luxury and abundance could indicate a pregnancy. So if somebody out there is, what did they used to say when I was in middle school? Knocking the boots. If somebody out there is knocking the boots, check out for morning sickness and things like that. If you turn out to be pregnant, congratulations. Children are a blessing from God. There are a few things in this world that can teach us more about ourselves than children can, I believe. Justice in reverse indicates prejudice or unreasonable decisions, legal or otherwise. Pay attention to what people are saying because they may not be completely forthright. And that's the textbook definition, but what I'm feeling like is it's directly related. And if you look at the line here, you got Justice in reverse, Ten of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, right down through your pyramid. And yeah, I feel like you're definitely, some of you Capricorns out there are coming out of some BS situations. And I don't mean Brian Shanks, that's me. But justice was not being served, but the good news is you are coming out of those situations and you are heading on to bigger and better things, my friends. Three of Pentacles is a great card, working hard for your money. King of Swords, great card. Like I said before, I think you have a mentor, a tutor, a teacher, somebody that you respect, whose opinion you value, is looking out for you, is giving you sage advice on how to proceed. Always wise to listen to everyone, but like I always say, accept advice, but ultimately follow your intuition and follow what your heart tells you to do. We'll move on to the Queen of Cups here. Let's see. The Queen drinks deeply from the cup of life, or the cup of love, if you will. Her emotions and sexuality are intense. Hey yo! She relies on intuition before intellect, and that's perfect. It's just what I was saying. Rely on your intuition; it will never fail you. Your brain, your mind, most certainly will. Overthinking, overanalyzing can always lead to, I won't say hasty decisions because obviously you've put the time into thinking about it, but can lead to unwise decisions because overanalyzing something, overindulging in something, overdoing things in general is normally just not going to be a good thing to do. So if you get that little whisper in your mind that says this and nudges you in a particular direction, trust that more than you trust yourself sitting there thinking about all the human crap that we have to worry about while we're here. Ace of Swords in reverse. I almost did it. I almost dropped that Sean Connery voice again. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it this time. I promised myself I wouldn't impersonate Sean Connery anymore. The abuse of power can lead to discontent. Throwing up obstacles in another's path will only cause you embarrassment. Re-examine your motives. And Capricorn, I really don't feel like this is talking about you. I feel like this is talking about this crappy situation. Probably, and I'm definitely feeling this now, probably by this page of rods in reverse over here. So I'm going to investigate that in just a moment. But I don't feel like it's you. I feel like somebody has done you wrong. Somebody's talking about you behind your back. And you know what? Let them talk. Let them talk because they're going to have to deal with their karma. You are responsible for everything you feel, everything you say, everything you do, everything you think in this life. And if you keep all your stuff centered, keep your vibrations balanced, you don't have anything to worry about. So if somebody else is trying to start something, instigate something, trying to spread rumors about you, hopefully trust that people are smart enough on their own to say, wait a minute, does that sound like this person? Believe me, I've experienced it myself. Some people are just quick to jump on, believe a rumor, and all of a sudden you're a monster to them. Whereas other people, the ones that really count and the ones that really care about your best interest, will think to themselves, that doesn't sound right, and they'll come and talk to you about it. If only everybody thought that way, what a wonderful world we would be in. What a wonderful world in which we would be. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm curious about this page of rods in reverse because I think this is the stinker that's causing trouble in your life, Capricorn. So I'm going to look at this really quick here. Page of rods. Here's the little Brett. Yep, Gossip is afoot. Someone is telling tales about you. Stop the rumors while you can. And Capricorn, that is not you. This turd over here, this little bastard you can see yelling into he's got his little Ricola thing going on. Ricola! But instead, it's gossip about you. Can you believe this person did this? And they're lying, they're manipulating, they're trying to turn other people against you. Don't feed into it, because you're only going to take what they've created and make it bigger. Stay true to yourself, stay humble, stay balanced, and just forget punks like that, because everybody's going to run into them sooner or later. Just let them do their thing. They will get what they have coming to them eventually. And then when it happens, they'll be sitting there like, shit, what's this all about? Well, think about it, brat. Not necessarily saying it's a child, but I don't feel like it's an older person. The page is the card just under the knight. I don't feel like, although I can tell you from anybody's gone through the public school system, children can be cruel, man. I think in their case, it's not quite as evil as older people, because when you're a child, you get into that and you get sucked into that whole kind of thing. But when you're a child, you really don't understand the gravity of the situation. You really don't understand the implications of your actions. But I feel like this is like 19 to 26-year-old person, fire sign energy in your life that's causing trouble for you. Maybe at your workplace, maybe in your family. But don't retaliate. Jesus, follow Jesus' example. Turn the other cheek. Let them keep building up that karmic debt as much as they want to, and then when it all comes crashing down on them, they'll look around for who to point the finger at, and there's nobody going to be there except them in the mirror going, what the hell happened? And you know what? Good enough for them. Hopefully, them having to go through that later makes them a better person, and they will finally see the error of their ways and then come back and apologize. We'll see. I hope that's what happens for you. I'm going to look up this King of Swords real quick, and then we'll move on to the Archangel Raphael. One of the baddest ass archangels. King of Swords in reverse. Ha! I said it without doing it. King of Swords, King of Swords. Where are you at, King? Where are you, Your Majesty? Yeah, there we go. The King of Swords is primed for action, his weapon ready as he pauses to weigh the situation. He is highly analytical, often pursuing a career in law or publishing. His leadership is unquestioned. Yeah, some of you definitely have somebody that can see all of this crap that's going on, and they've got your back. They're giving you advice. They're probably telling you the same thing I am right now, is what I'm feeling. So don't worry. Your Queen of Cups, your Empress, your Three of Pentacles, you keep doing what you do. You keep working hard. You keep attending to the things in life that are important, and let the rest of that crap go. Let's see what Raphael has for you. Sunlight. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways. That's great advice for anybody and everybody, no matter what your sign. And just to see what the book has to say to expand on that sunlight. The sun's rays have natural curative power. Although balancing your exposure is essential to avoid sun damage, there are also numerous scientifically verified health benefits. This card may be guiding you to visit a sunny locale or invest in a full spectrum lighting device. And there's Buddy. I almost got the full trinity of animals here. This card may be guiding you to visit a sunny locale, maybe a trip to Florida, California. For some of y'all, I'm here in Arizona, Colorado, someplace where the sun shines and there's not a whole lot blocking it. I'm in Georgia right now, and the weather's been crap out here. Although it was pretty good and clear for the Taurus full moon the other night. Archangel Raphael is prescribing vitamin D in its most natural form for your health. Possible specific meanings: develop a sunny disposition. That's nice. Visualize light surrounding the issue at hand. Elevate yourself above it. Light goes up, the darkness goes down. Just like your upper three chakras are for the good stuff, your lower three chakras are for the not so good stuff, and your heart, the one in the middle, connects them all and keeps everything in balance. Move to a warmer climate, spend more time outdoors. A health condition is affected by the weather. Sunlight is fantastic. I'm sure a lot of you have heard, don't look into the sun, it'll damage your eyes. It's not true. And don't take my word for it, go and do your own research. There's something called sun gazing that actually brings sunlight in through your eyes into your pineal gland, basically charging it up. The powers that be don't want you to know about your superpowers, and so they don't want you to develop your gifts. They don't want you to look at the sun, because standing with your bare feet on the ground and putting your eyes on the sun enhances your abilities. It increases your vibration, it lightens your load, it makes you feel better. Sun gazing, I want to tell you, if you don't know about the pineal gland, or what you may have heard referred to as the third eye, this is a gland in the middle of your head that's completely encased in darkness. Naturally, it's in the middle of your skull. But it has rods and cones, which are light receptors, which your two natural eyes have. Now, why would a gland encased in darkness have light receptors? It's because the sunlight goes in through your eyes and into your third eye, and that's what gives you vivid dreams. That's what lets some people use their psychic abilities, so on and so forth. But staring at the sun is not bad. It's actually beneficial. Please go and do your own research. Don't take my word for anything you hear me say on this channel. I'm only telling you what I know because of research that I've done. And Capricorns, I think that was a fantastic reading. Hang in there. Don't worry about the little twerp causing you problems. They will get theirs. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I am giving out free readings. I don't charge for readings. I don't really have any interest in generating revenue from these tarot card readings. I have such a good time with it. When the channel has enough subscribers and enough views and enough watch time to get monetized, I'll get revenue from YouTube ad revenue, and I'll be fine with that, because my fortune is actually going to come from books. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a master communicator. I'm actually a New York best-selling Times writer in the making. I'm literally the best author no one's ever heard of to this point. So enough about me. This was supposed to be about you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time.